Hello everybody, welcome to another daily dose of your gaming news and all that good stuff. Not much items for today, but I got some. We're going to start off with something funny, and before that, I also publish on Rumble and I'm on the socials and all also for extra support if you like to. So seems that China Customs is at it again. Now this time it's a suspicious cyclist caught smuggling 6,000 MicroSD cards in China. The last story I did speculate that might be because in the article didn't mention here, but it seems that a lot of them it's coming from Hong Kong to China, to mainland China, because there is no sales tax on goods, and of course in China there is, and that difference usually makes the risk of doing this kind of stuff worth it to a certain point, but it seems all the MicroSDs here were on the seat of the bicycle. But yeah, we see a lot of that. I think I saw news. Yeah, the misclear goods in this time 4 million whatever dollars. I think it's, I don't know, Hong Kong million, so 4 million. Okay, there has been a lot of this. Sometimes I think that they think that the smuggled goods it's around, I don't know, hundreds of millions of dollars per year that goes through, and the other parties they get caught. But it's a funny story. It is what it is. Smuggling stuff, tech stuff is always kind of funny because you invent a lot of different ways to go about it. Now for some hardware news today, it's a lot of GPU stuff. Seems that ASRock managed to get their Phantom Gaming version here. I'm not sure, the XTX version. It's below MSRP, so it's an AIB card around $960 from US market, so it's US dollars. It's a custom design. It's not the reference, of course. ASRock is not. It doesn't build reference cards. Seems pretty good. These GPUs are going to get old very well. With time. It's very the only thing, it's the pricing. I think, I don't know, for this kind of performance the market 850 maximum 900, it's what I expected to be around it, and the XD should be around I think around 700 750 maximum, if so. I think it's for the market that we have, I think it's not a bad price if they go that low. But they will go. I think we'll start to see some adjustments, especially on after the mid-range launches from AMD. Maybe we will see some price correction on the higher end, because as we're going to the next article, RTX 47 is not good at all. Yesterday's video I spoke about a lot of why it is not good, especially starting with the 47 Ti, and unfortunately the bare minimum of this 40 series is the 4080, which is basically it's mainly because of memory issues. Memory bandwidth or memory bus in this case, and memory quantity, VRam quantity. I'm just going to mention a quick shout out to Hardware Unboxed. They did a specific video regarding 60 gigabytes of VRAM and 8 gigabytes and comparing 600 RX 6800 and 3070 non-TI and a non-XT version from AMD. And it's basically proof in the pudding to a certain extent that the fact that the quantity of VRAM and the memory bus of the VRAM will make a difference, and it's going to make or break a lot of gaming on a lot of games, especially because the fact that when you start putting and the fact that the game engine's technology it's more complex and it requires more VRAM quantity to run the game, and we're going, as I said, we're going to start to see in this year 8 gigabytes is not enough for the 1440p. For sure, it's not enough. 12 gigabytes, it's like the bare minimum basically. and for 4K you're going to need minimum 16 gigabytes minimum. And I think if they don't have like a good memory bus to handle all this kind of data, that the textures, the meshings, and the graphic qualities, and in case of even in RT ray tracing, if you don't have this kind of good VRAM quantity and memory bus, you're going to see a lot of crashing games, a lot of stuttering issues. As hardware unboxed video, we'll see the analysis. It's a very long video, but it's very detailed, and you will understand why a lot of people are talking about this shitty move from NVidia, and the fact that it's planning obsolescence, and the fact that also they are just selling you the technology. They're introducing, it's like an Apple thing. You just put the bare minimum of hardware to run the technology, and the technology, it's basically doing all the hard work. And if you don't have access to that technology, basically your hardware sucks, which is the case of this RTX 4070. And as you can see, there was previous, like some leak stuff. They were comparing the reflex technology with the 60 class cards. They made that huge mistake. Now they are comparing that the performance of the 4070 is equal to the 4080, which is bullshit. It is basically the same, supposedly, I'm sorry, without frame generation, but the performance here announced here is with DLSS technology. And we know that DLSS 3, it's better than DLSS 2. It can generate, it can be to a certain point, it's more optimized to run to better frame rates and everything. So that's why they compare it to a 4080 to justify the basically the $500 of the equal to the 4070 Ti when it launched. And then of course you put frame generations. Of course the 40 series doesn't have frame generations. Of course, it's going to be faster if you're putting fake frame rates in and trying to compare to a previous generation that doesn't have fake frame rates. Of course, this is going to look way better than they do. And this kind of bullshit graphics, it's 1x, 1 whatever it is. As you can see, more comparisons here. Games with frame generations, without frame generation. Of course. Only the 40 series has frame generation. It's the only GPUs that support the DLSS 3. I don't know why they are trying to they are mishandling misinformation. This is basically misinformation. If people are not paying attention, they think they are going to buy an awesome card, which is not the case here. They are trying to compare with the 2070 Super in this case. I don't know if it even, I think it supports the DLSS 2. But it's almost like 7-year-old card almost. But yeah, it's the main thing is they are misleading everybody, or trying to cheat everybody with their fake technology here. They are saying 1440p plus 100 FPSs. Not even a 4070 Ti can manage that without the aids of RT with RT ray tracing. It's not really ray tracing. It's DLSS. It's the DLSS thing that's putting above their weight and the frame generation thing. You are going to regret it if you buy any 40 series, unless it is a 4090 or a 4080 that has like the rasterization power behind the hardware. Below that, you are going to get screwed for sure. You already saw and you will notice in this video, it's very glaring the fact that the VRAM capacity, and especially the memory bus here, it's going to make a huge difference in this generation of GPUs. And I think we're going to see, I just hope that AMD doesn't make the same mistake and the middle range cards come at least the same way that they did in the 6000 series. I suppose that the 7800, I think, should have around 16 gigabytes at least. of VRAM with good memory bus, and I suppose that the 7500, because the 7600 should have at least 12 gigabytes, give or take. We will see how it goes, but I will post a link on the hardware unbox video, and you will understand how, in terms of testing, and you will get surprised that even the 6800 does better ray tracing than the 3070, which is insane. And the speculation that if the 3070 had more VRAM, you will see different behavior on this comparison video. But yeah, I'll stop with the rambling, or else I get very angry, because this is not good for consumers. I really don't care about if people like more NVIDIA or AMD. I always use, I've been doing PC builds and gaming. I always remember being with NVIDIA cards, never with AMD. But this is not good. Because this is just screwing up the consumer. It only benefits the corporation, and I'm not getting paid. And even if I got paid to talk about this thing, this is not good. I cannot make a spin out of this, how terrible this hardware is. But yeah, I'll leave everything on the description, and I'm going to wrap up with some good gaming deals. Certo cosa competizione. I like racing games. But I'm not very in deep on this kind of thing, on simulation and everything. I just like a good racing game, so I can drive fast cars, and at least doesn't feel too much arcadey, so I don't it's not like kids game or something like that. It's on promotion, 70% off. Then you have, of course, the DLC stuff. It makes a little bit more expensive, but yeah, it's something that you can afterwards add on. It's a lot of it's like $40 or something with the DLC stuff, but yeah, it's for all intents and purposes, a very good game. We got the Metro Exodus, the Metro Saga. It's on it's on deal now, so it's here, Metro Saga, $13, all the free games, and the first two games are the Redux version, so they are updated with the better graphics and all that good stuff. And Death Stranding Director's Cut, it's 50% off. Again, like to warn, if you already have the Death Stranding normal version, there is here on how to upgrade for the Director's Cut, how to go about it, so you don't get screwed with the saving games and all that good stuff. Basically this is it, guys. It's a little bit jumbled today. More GPUs shenanigans happening here with NVIDIA, but I'm going to wrap up here with my GoGetFundMe for me to upgrade my PC to get better and more content for my private clients, and of course start doing some video stuff for them also, and in my free spare time doing the daily videos that I've been doing with better quality, and of course starting to resume my gameplay series, some scripted content from some deep dives, and possibly in the future some live streams also. And well, like I said, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, Kunamy Master out.